Alright guys, so I don't mean to interrupt this video. I just want to encourage you guys to stick around to the end of it for multiple reasons, as I'm going to let it play out naturally. But after further, I guess, investigation, I figured out a little bit more as to what happened in this video. So enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the end, and I'll give you more of an update of what happens. We are back home, Spokane County Raceway. We're waiting on Chris, we're waiting on Josh, we're waiting on Keith. We got the other Josh here, Micah's here, Nugget's here, and I'm here. So we got the race gas in it, got some of the tune dialed down. Pretty much as good as it's gonna get for safe. I'm gonna go make like a half track pull, see how it does. If it takes it well, because the elevation change and all that stuff, I'll add boost duty to it, and then we'll shoot for the moon. As of right now, I don't have any other cameras, so I'll have to catch up with you after the path and let you guys know how it goes. Alright guys, so I'm in the staging lanes. It's building boost a lot faster here than it was in Colorado. So my air fuel ratio is a little fat on the beginning stage up to 5,200 RPM. I didn't get a very clean data log, spun a little bit. So I'm going to try to go up there and do another clean one. Keith and Isaac are on their way here, so hopefully when they get here, I'm not really good at reading data logs. It's one of the things I'm working on. But anyways, got to change some tuning pretty much from 5,200 all the way down to 3,000. Or originally we weren't touching anything to about 4,400. So should make some steam here, which is good. And I'll get back with you right after this pass. So I'm not going to really show the time slip right now, but my best 60 foot yet. I still let out half track. Still got to change the fuel map at the beginning, still too rich. So there's going to be some power there. With that being said, try to let these cars go by, but anyways, got to take a little bit of fuel out of it. Turn the boost up because I'm only making like 17 pounds of boost. And I'm obviously going to go up to 20, 22. And then hopefully set that really good number. So I feel like we can do it tonight. I'm just kind of waiting on Keith to make sure I'm not screwing up on my tuning. So he should be here soon, and then we'll get back at it and I'll show you guys the next hit.
What's up, guys? I finally made it. Isaac made it. All right, we're gonna see if we're gonna go for that world record pass right here. I wonder what happened.
Oh, that's a lot of smoke.
Oh, we better go get the Ranger and see what happened.
All right, so we are slumped at my house cleaning up this tragic garage, trying to get ready to fix the old Hemi. So we definitely have bottom end problems. We don't know to what extent, but it's on both sides.
Well, it's enough that you got a little window over there, just a tiny one.
So we do got a tiny hole in the block. Probably gonna be hard to pick up on camera, but we'll see. Got it right back, right about there is the little hole. We're not quite sure what came out of it. Believe it or not, it still runs. We got it to fire up at least once. I don't know if we can get it to do it again, but we could try. And then that's it, because we don't want to hurt anything else that's possibly inside it that's good.
Yeah, you could. It'll probably fire up again, but it ain't gonna be pretty. Yeah, okay, no. It already sounds dangerous just doing that.
Yeah. But it does fire. So
smoky.
Yeah, it's definitely really smoky.
This turbo definitely doesn't spin like that side does.
No, it must have something lodged inside it,
or even in here.
Which could be in the oil. Yeah, that's true too. So here in a little bit, we're actually gonna roll it in, start draining the stuff, and I'll probably start pulling it apart today. I don't know how long these guys are gonna be here, but probably by the end of the night / tomorrow, I should know what went wrong. So far, looking back at the data logs, we feel like it's mostly tune related. I will put it all on me because I was changing the tune from Colorado to here, and you know, with learning and everything, there's a couple of lean spots on a couple of hits prior to that, which probably is what internally hurt it. And then the final send it tune on the end was not happy. So I don't think it was the motor's fault. I know it was mine. So we're gonna pull it apart, figure it out, and then go from there and go again. Bigger, badder, and better. All right, so got the nose off the truck. It is now sitting over here on the ground, as you guys can see. Not a whole lot to it. There is a total of 10 bolts. There's the 2 front ones here, and then there's 2 up top, 2 on bottom on both sides, and that's it. And then taking the harness that I have tucked on the side off. So it's pretty much ready to go. Got to move some of the harness out of the way a little bit better. Got to undo some of the oil lines from the frame, and then undo it from the starter, and then undo the tranny bolts, because I'm probably going to pull the tranny back out. as I talked to TCI converters today, because that's what I have, I am well pushing past the limit of this converter. This converter is rated for 750 horse, and I'm a lot closer to a, well, not closer, we know we're over 1,000 crank. So the fact that that converter is even held in this good is surprising. We kind of had an idea that it was slipping, but the truth is, when I ordered it, I told them my goals, and it's been a while. I ran it NA for a whole year, so there is some stuff that I forgot about it. But in reality, this converter was supposed to do all of it. Granted, at the time, I was only trying to shoot for 800 tire. I'm there. Now I want more. The ball rolls on. So I'm gonna get a different converter. I don't know as of when. I might still throw this one back in it, depending on how quick I get this block up and going. I'm gonna go get a hone it out, probably take it to a shop, see how it's looking, and go from there. I'll probably yank this thing out tonight. I don't know if carnage will be shown tonight or tomorrow, but we'll see how far motivated I get. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna get out of here real quick. I'm gonna go pick up a couple of parts. I'll be back, and then I'll yank the Hemi out a little bit further. Oh, actually, while I got you guys on here, this is another little thing I ran into an issue with. So on that pass, I obviously sent it, and part of the compressor, barely, but just enough that these fins right here got a little bit nicked. Something went through and tinkered with them. I also called VS Racing today, and now with my new found horsepower goals, I might have something different happening with those. So we'll see. I got a couple of ways to go. I still haven't 100% made my mind up whether I'm throwing another stock block in it, if I'm going full race. So maybe you guys should drop a comment whether. I personally don't feel like I've reached the goals of this stock bottom end, because I have all this stuff that's happened to it has been self-inflicted. I feel like it can go much further. I'd really like to see, so that's kind of where I'm leaning. But I also know that I planned on putting a race block in it this winter. So with that being said, got a couple of things. I'd like to hear what you guys think. If I should push another stock block further, if there's some stuff that we still haven't figured out together as a group, and then we'll go from there. I'm a little surprised. I got the head off this side. There was a bunch of oil coming out on this end specifically. I know the hole's on the other side, but with all the oil and stuff coming out of this side, I really thought there was something wrong. And surprisingly, this looks really good over here. So I guess what I'm saying is we can JB weld the block, throw it back together, and we're ready for a pass. No, I'm just kidding. But I am surprised. It looks good on this side. I ripped this side off thinking I'd find the carnage on this side more than this, even though there's a hole on this. We kind of thought something slung around the block and maybe hit it over here, because the turbo on this side was jacked up. Like I said, everything pointed to it was this side of the motor, and everything looks good. So I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna yank off the other side, and I guess we'll look at this side and see what we find in here. All right, so found our culprit, and this is what I see. Untinkered with, this is how it sat. Everything looks pretty good except for this. Oh, my Lanta. That bad boy is destroyed. So, definitely found a weak spot. Not entirely sure what would cause that yet. This could just be whacked from everything slapping around inside here, which is too bad because really, oh no, cylinder wall is toast inside there. So let's see if I can get a light and show you guys. So a lot of carnage, I'd say. But if you guys can see, I'm not sure if you will be able to, the top up inside the cylinder wall there is caved in as well. Looks like the windage tray and everything's destroyed, rods destroyed. To be honest, it looks like, I don't know how this is a thing. Oh, I guess this side is not okay. So, yeah. So I just found another one. I don't know if I can reach over there and push it out or not. We'll see if it... Okay, come on. We're close. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, goodness. All right. And there's number 2. I'd say that would be why a world record was not set. I thought I've seen a missing rod down in there. Looks like this crank could possibly be junk. We'll see. I got another one if necessity, but yeah, so that's what we got for carnage. 2 broken rods or pistons, which for sure are rods now, on directly across from each other, which I find odd. Everything else feels nice and solid, but that's the carnage. I'm gonna clean up all my water real quick. Good morning. So last night the GoPro died, so I didn't get to show the pan coming off, and I was curious, so I will show it now. It is a beautiful disaster. I'd say we lost a bunch of stuff. So got 2 wrist pins in here, obviously. What's left of the rods. My guess is the reason why it looks like this is because I didn't lift even when I knew it was done. So I'm gonna say this typically wouldn't look this bad. What I'm getting from all the carnage is the wrist pins and the sleeve of the piston is or the skirt, sorry, is the weak point, which we kind of already knew, and that's what originally broke, is the skirt to the piston, and then, you know, the rod slung around inside there and disintegrated itself. Heads look great, so I can't complain with that. And blocks junk, as we know. I have this one over here that I thought I was going to use, but there is, I started honing it, and there's some grooving in here. I'm not sure you guys, the light's going to pick it up, but there's some grooving that's probably going to require a bore, and I'm not sure I want to bore it yet. So we'll see if I can find another block. I have a couple of leads on one or 2, and we'll go and see if I can pick those up. If I can't pick those up, I might build this block. This is for the Magnum mount back. I got a 2006 all-wheel drive Magnum, and this is what came out of it. It dropped a valve seat originally. I was just gonna slap piston in it, put it back in the car, but I just gotta really make up my mind whether I'm doing the stock bottom end stuff one more time, give one more go around. I will say, as you guys heard me say earlier, I felt like I wasn't done with the stock bottom end. I felt like it could go further. I still believe that. I will say, looking at what I'm looking at, I believe that we are definitely pushing the limits of the motor as far as not really what the motor's capable of, mostly that piston. If I had a set of pistons, the rods in the bottom end, I'm 100% positive it could take more. But we got to remember, my converter is slipping, and we're well over 1,000 crank. So this has surpassed really anything that anybody said. 10 pounds, 15 pounds. We're running on 22, 25 pounds and well over 1,000 crank. This motor was a champ. So anyways, I'm gonna kind of kick it around the shop today, clean this up, get stuff out of the way, probably get the cam yanked out. All right, guys, so with further investigation, found out that I'm 100% going through the converter. You heard us talking about it. I just didn't think it was as bad as it is. Talking to Hughes Performance and TCI Converter, sounds like I'm losing at least 30% of the power at the tires. So another thing I found out is that here in Washington, I'm making more power. 17 pounds here is different than 17 pounds in Colorado. And you know, we're going to be making torque a lot sooner. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Richard Holdner. He made a video on a Gen 3 Hemi single turbo, very similar to mine, but just single turbo, and made about 1,000 foot-pounds of torque, or a little over. And with twin turbos, torque comes in sooner, elevation, etc. I'm making power sooner. So with sheer power, I'm pretty sure we just pulled the pistons apart from each other. So I think with it turned down, with better converter, we can run way faster times, mile an hour way better, and the longevity of the motor would be way better. I still want to hear what you guys have to say, what you think I should do, if I should put a forged bottom end in it, whether I should put a stock bottom end in it, see how far I should push this motor, if I can get it to be reliable, etc. So leave a comment, let me know what you think. I definitely am curious to see how the stock bottom end goes. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to make it happen. Converter, it just needs to happen. So with that being said, thank you for tuning in so far. If you guys want to pick up some merch, message me on Instagram, Facebook at Crazy House Performance, and or drop a comment here, and I can help you pick up some merch. Other than that, like, subscribe, share, and I appreciate you guys following, and I'll see you next time.